if I were president of Nigeria, the first thing I'll do is overhaul our whole democratic process and ensure that we have a two-party system and truly make the system in place truly independent of government. Then divest from an oil-based economy and really focus on agriculture and other sectors. What else I will do? Focus on education. I'll probably sit on education and ensure that the education sector grows and it develops. Another thing we'll do is rework our whole economic structure and system and ensure that we have something that's viable and work. Then the last one was something someone highlighted. It will cost us money, but I believe a national reorientation program should be put in place, because the average Nigerian, I remember when a certain person who's president now was in office and he came up with war against indiscipline. Things seem to work. I believe that Nigerians are like the Arabs. You can't reason with them. They need force. So you need to ensure that systems and structures are put in place and monitored for things to work in this country.
My name is Melvin Betty, and if I was president of Nigeria, I will be able to implement certain values upon the people. First, I'll start by making effective changes. One, I feel our current constitution is fraudulent and ineffective. Our civil service is corrupt. It should be amended or scrapped or reinvented. Acquisition of leadership or power is questionable and should be altered or changed to a merit-based system. Now, what are my reasons for saying this? One, the civil service is not only obsolete, but very unfair. Resource control and management. Directors don't earn what they should earn. First level entry civil servants don't earn what they should earn. And that's what's actually established the massive corruption we have in the civil service. In terms of leadership, the people should actually be able to take control of the power. If I had to mortgage my entire future to attain leadership, I will definitely not be willing to listen to the people who I intend to govern. But if the people who I govern give me leadership, definitely I'll govern well, based on their own recommendations. Nigeria is our country, and Nigeria should be made a better nation.
If I'm made the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my name is Mazi James Okorafo. I want a situation where we will first of all have that nationhood, and the country needs healing. And if I am the President of Nigeria, I will make an agenda for every agenda of the government is to heal and reconcile the nationalities of Nigeria. Create a document that we can say, we, the people of Nigeria. All my agenda, my education, my orientation is how to make Nigerians patriotic, make them stakeholders. Because I believe in need-based kind of government. A government that needs generated from the people. A government that comes from the people, the power that the people give. When the people give me the power to rule, there's nothing we cannot surmount. But in a situation where we create a system where some are more or some are better than others, or some people are more qualified Nigerians than others, nothing works. Because I believe in all-inclusive development. I believe in all-inclusive political agenda. Because if I say Nigeria has developed and a part of Nigeria in Maiduguri or in Zamfara is not at par with other Nigerians, I don't think I've succeeded. So I will engender a national orientation that will make Nigerians feel Nigerians. And I will give Nigerians the sense that as a Nigerian you matter. If you are in Lebanon, you are in Israel, you are in anywhere and you have problem, Nigeria comes for you. If I was the president, at the time I won election, my first day of election, and I noticed that a particular entity did not vote for me, I will schedule a state visit with a friendly governor of that particular area. I will sit down with them and I'll give them all the promises and I'll listen to them. I think it will give them that sense of belonging, and they will perceive me in good perception. Because the problem in Nigeria is perception. If you make people perceive you well, because it's a promise. And I'm a president of Nigeria, I make promises. And the way I behave, my language, my body language should show that I am right, I love you, and I want to be your leader. So that's just it.
Okay. My name is Barrister A. Ahmed. I'm a legal practitioner. If I am the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria today, my first drive is to connect with the citizenry. I think one of the basic problems we have as a nation is that there's this very large disconnect between leadership and followership. And because there's this mirage built around leadership, we see them as demigods, far disconnected from the people they govern. And if you don't connect with people you want to lead, you won't understand their pains and know how to convert their pains to gains. And that is the primary aim of governance. Primary aim of governance is, to better the life of the people you are governing. So as long as that is not there, then you have failed as a leader. Secondly, there is this lack of ownership of our entity called Nigeria. It is everybody unto himself, God for us all. And as long as that continues, we see from that perspective. I'm not bothered of what is happening in Abakaliki because I am from X part of the country, and there is the need to envision a nation. We don't have a nation; we just have a country. And when you have a country, it's all commerce affair. I think we need to get this stage where we can create a nation out of our country. And then when we have a nation, we have patriots, we have people who believe and can die for that country, or for that nation. So, and that is why you have the term nationalists, you don't have countrylists. And nationalism is about the love of your people and your nation. So, and from there, if you find yourself in a position of leadership, what comes first in your mind is the interest of the people. If you find yourself in the position of authority, what comes to your mind first is about leadership and how to better the life of the people. But if the country owes you nothing and you owe the country nothing, that is why somebody can sit down and loot massively monies that he cannot spend in 10 generations, even if God give him 1,000 years. And because he doesn't care about anybody. So we need to impassion our people to love the country, and that will be my first focus, and then any other thing can come.